Chris Brown, Steve Tasker with you, and joined in studio now, fresh off the practice field, by Bills rookie corner Max Hairston. And Max, good to have you here, first of all. Second, you've been back for a bit now. Like, you not only got your feet wet, but you played in some games. And I'm just curious, like, all the anticipation of working back from IR, and now that you've played a good series of games here, did the anticipation and build up to getting back did you make it more than it was, or do you feel like you overestimated it and what it would be like, or was it right around what you thought it would be? Because you had to wait longer than you probably wanted to get on the field.
Yeah, for sure. Coming back, I definitely was like, okay, what's this about to be like? I was kind of just preparing myself for the worst, hoping for the best. But just being around a team like this, like my teammates just make it so much easier for me to transition back out. And from that point on, it's really just me playing fast and playing free, knowing that my teammates trust in me and my abilities.
So, you get drafted by Buffalo, and you've heard all the stories about the weather and stuff, and you play that game this last weekend. It's like, they weren't joking.
Nah, they weren't. But luckily, I got being from Michigan under my belt. So I've actually played in probably a couple snow games, but none like that. Like I had an idea on kind of what to expect.
Because they got lake effect snow up in Michigan too.
Michigan gets right for sure.
Yeah, I figured as much. Your college teammate, Deone Walker, he's gone the whole way here. I mean, you only got back after week 8, 9, I think it was.
Yeah.
Have you talked to him? Because, this is a time where rookies really start to feel it, because you're in either A, bowl season, or B, in college football playoff. The regular season's over. We still got 4 more regular season games before we even get to playoffs here. How is Deone kind of handling the rookie grind, so to speak?
Honestly, with Deone, like I kind of just give him his flowers. I'm like, bro, like you played the preseason, all of camp, like everything. You didn't miss a game. I missed like 7 games, and that's kind of like, whoa, like you're still going. And it's like, he hasn't complained. He hasn't put his head down. Deone just continue to work. And, like, honestly, that's motivation for me, seeing somebody that's from where I'm from, went to the same school, and, we're grinding out the same season right now. So he's somebody that's definitely handling it well, somebody that a rookie could use as an example, for real.
How has Trey helped you in the film room in terms of little nuanced things to look at from future opponents? Like, hey, this receiver, when he's leaning heavy on his front foot, it might mean this. Or, hey, if he's looking at the ball pre-snap, there's little idiosyncrasies for each receiver, as you well know. But has he pointed some of those out to you sitting next to him in the film room?
Yeah, honestly, every week I kind of ask him and CB, like, how are you studying this week? How are you approaching it? What are you looking at? And every week they've told me, little different pointers and stuff, how to watch film efficiently. And that's probably been the biggest thing for it, because we watch film and study together as a group here, but when I'm at home, I also want to kind of go back in and look over my notes too, and they just kind of help me on what, in particular to watch film
what
for.
What to spend your time
like
on.
What am I watching, or, what's this formation telling me, like stuff like that. And they've been there. They've been a great help, man. Even since before I got back to playing, they've been kind of giving me pointers on how to watch film.
What's the vibe in the locker room about, like, this week, about the New England Patriots, second time you've played them, and what are the veterans talking about?
Really just, we get a second opportunity to go out there and do what we do. I didn't play that first matchup, but just knowing the vets, they want this one back, and this is a division game, man. So it's just one of those games, and I'm excited to be a part of it. But the vets, man, they're hungry, and I'm there with them.
Yeah, I mean, for the Patriots, they have a chance to make this a hat and T-shirt game. I'm sure you guys are aware of that, and you don't want to be the team to let them celebrate with hats and T-shirts. So, not that you guys need any extra motivation in a division game, but I'm sure you guys don't want to see them put on hats and T-shirts at the end.
Nah, no sir. We're gonna go out there and do what we got to do. Play as a team, play fast, and play free. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
What's been the biggest surprise? Being in the secondary with these guys like you had, like Jordan Poyer, who's been around the block 6 times, right? I mean, he knows his way around. But then it's you, it's Cole Bishop, who's just in his second year. You got Jordan Hancock back there. What are the young guys? What are the old guys telling the young guys? What's the vibe like and the conversations between those guys?
Honestly, I was just talking to Poe before we went out in practice, and he's just telling me, like, man, like, don't let one play bring you down. Kind of just like, I love you. I got your back. Keep playing free. He was like, also just don't forget who you are. Don't forget, why you're here, why the Bills drafted you. And, someone like Poyer and Taryn and Trey, like, those are all guys who's been here, been through good and bad, and they've just been helping me kind of navigate my rookie year on, mentally, physically, how to take on this league. And honestly, they've been of great helps.
One of the things about it, and before you were born, I was like that. I was a young player. And really, it's the hardest part about it. The physicality, you're light years ahead of the base of what you need as an athlete. What's hard is the emotional roller coaster you're going, because even in training camp, you have a great rep. It's like, man, I'm gonna be all pro my first year, and the next rep is like, man, I'm not even gonna make the team. Right?
I felt that.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, really back in camp, I definitely had some up and down, and then getting hurt, not being able to finish camp is kind of like, dang, it's like I can't even go out there and fix what I didn't put on tape. But man, just really leaning on these guys who's been here, like, man, they know what they're talking about.
Yep.
And I feel like I'd be a fool not to kind of take the pointers and lessons that they can give me.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've been told by other corners on this roster, there is no corner that's playing in the NFL that has not been beat.
Yeah.
There's not one of them. Everyone's been beat. Like, it's just the nature of the position. But it's like that thing in Ted Lasso, have the mind of a goldfish, because a goldfish only has a memory for about 10 seconds. You guys got to have a 10-second memory, right, if you're going to play your best.
Yeah. And there's many different ways to put it, but ultimately it's like you got to have that tough skin. Like, at corner, I feel like corner and kind of quarterback, it's like you have to have that tough skin. Like, good or bad, you have to move on.
Yes. Nothing can change your mindset on the next snap.
Yeah,
no matter what happened in the past, you've got to attack the next snap like it's the first one and you've been winning all day, right?
Yeah.
That's hard to do sometimes.
It is, especially like being at corner. You give up one. Let's say you give up one early, and you got to play the rest of the game with the chip on your shoulder, knowing that, okay, I gave up one, but it's like you're not going to give me again. That's kind of just the mindset you have to have playing this position.
Let's get to this week's Timbits Timeout, presented by, of course, Tim Hortons, where we have the fans ask Bills players a unique question. This one comes from Wombat. I'm sure that's a nickname. But he asks, how has rotating in affected your feel for the game, and what benefits, if any, do you see from that? Because you come from a place where you're playing every snap. You're a starter. You're in there. You don't come out. Now it's a little bit different. Like, you're platooning a little bit. So how has that affected your feel for the game, and what benefits do you see from it, if any?
A benefit off the rip is, if I know I'm not going out there first, I get a chance to see those, those plays that every offense kind of comes into the game with. I get a chance to see those from the sideline. I get a chance to see what type of vibe that they're bringing to the game, because kind of that first, second drive is when the offense kind of shows, okay, like, this is my plan for the day.
Right.
I get a chance to kind of see the answers on the test before I go and take the test. And it's different. It's an adjustment, but I trust that my coaches, they're going to put me in the best position. And whether that's rotating with Trey or not, I trust the plan that they have for me, and I just got to go out there and execute when I do get my chance.
Awesome stuff, man. It's great to meet you, and good luck the rest of the way. Stay on two good pins, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, that's Max Hairston joining us in anticipation of the big Week 15 matchup against the New England Patriots.